If science is saying, according to the developed world, which I don't agree, is saying phase out, then what are the socio-economic implications of that? That also must be reflected in the scenario. Thank you.
So if you say the science is one-sided, we have an alternative science that says countries like Nigeria have to continue to expand.
No, the IPPC report that they're referring to clearly mentioned, and as it was captured in the press conference, clearly mentioned that countries have alternatives, that this net zero emission pathway must reflect differentials in countries, must reflect our local circumstances, our resources, our socio-economic context, and so on and so forth. So the developed world has just adopted what suits them, and we don't believe that is total science.
How much time does Nigeria need to transition?
Nigeria has committed itself to be net zero by 2060. And what we are talking here is not that there are not going to be any emission. What we're saying is that there will be balance. As you emit, you also have the requisite resources to remove that emission from the atmosphere. So there is net zero, there's balance of zero. You emit and you remove. And you can remove from forests, you can remove using machines, technologies. So it's a balance. Science is not saying no emission. Science is saying net zero emission. That is what science is saying.
But in the advocacy for climate justice, where does this leave people in Africa in the front lines of climate change that are suffering from the impacts of climate change? And the fact that we have renewable energy in the text, and there's also conversations around carbon capture. Do we have the infrastructure to do that? And how do we move our people away from the impacts of climate change that they are suffering currently?
Well, this will be the last question. I need to go. The question is about climate justice. Well, I think that that question is not meant for me. I'm sure you know who that question is meant for. But when it comes to carbon capture and such things, do we have the technology? That's that question. Are some people just interested in exporting technologies to Africa, to the detriment of Africa? That is the question you should be asking. Thank you.